Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Brandon here with the Story of God comic series. And this is a Patreon video for all of you beautiful patrons. Before we get into things, please allow me to pose for my YouTube thumbnail to increase traffic. And I hope the audio is working. Here we go. Wait. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That should increase traffic, expressing shock, expressing surprise, mind being blown. That's the kind of content that people want to watch nowadays. They want to see people who are surprised and shocked. And anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks to those of you on Patreon for your continued support. We're up to 12 backers now. And thank you all for reading. Been a pretty big month. We're just on Patreon. We're just a couple days away from finishing the Pentateuch, according to the New American Bible, which for some reason the NAB decided to include Joshua, Judges, and Ruth as part of the Pentateuch, making it 8 books. But then they put it under the header of Pentateuch, Penta, of course, 5, whereas the previous version that in 1970 this translation was gleaned from, they called it the Octateuch, which is more accurate because it's 8. So we're finishing that up. I think probably Monday we'll be done with the first 8 books. Then we'll move into the historical books, and one of my favorite parts, the tale of the mighty King David, the warrior bard who was the first decent king in Israel following the deposition of Saul. Deposition. Did I use that? I don't know. So yeah, that's happening. Once that's done, the Pentateuch is going to go up for sale on Amazon in a hard copy format, a 200-page graphic novel that you can hold and read and stuff. I did a test with Judges. I'm still waiting for it to show up to make sure that the quality is where I want it to be at. I was considering also doing a Kickstarter to get physical copies made, but we'll see. If it works out within Amazon, then it works out within Amazon. But the plan is to release the Pentateuch and in digital and in hard copy. And but of course, y'all don't need that because you have everything right here on Patreon. Also added tags to the Patreon so that you can go back and check book for book. Most books are 30 pages or so. So you can, if you just want to check out Genesis or whatever, you can just click the tag there on Patreon and do it that way, which is delightful. Currently working on Samuel right now. Great book. It gets real cool. It gets really freaking cool from here on out. There's less God, a lot more characters. You know, David. Freaking Solomon. Saul, all of that stuff, and of course the new prophets who come along. But yeah, it's going pretty well. The Amazon store is up, and I've been putting a lot of time into that. So yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I just wanted to pop in and say hey and let you know all the stuff that's going on and where we're going, which is just right into First Samuel and then Second Samuel and beyond there. And just thank you for being here, and thanks for your continued support of the project. We're gonna kick it up a notch this year. I'm budgeting time for marketing and reaching out, and might even go ahead and do a Kickstarter for hard copy sales, assuming those hard copies turn out to be pretty good. I think they will. And beyond that, I don't really have too much else to say except for I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to try to do more videos now. I apologize for the quality on this. I know that this laptop camera is not as good as my other camera, but it's way more convenient for me to just turn from my main monitor over to my laptop and record it and stuff like that. So that's easier. Also, wanted to stress, I mentioned it on Patreon, but if you want a zip of any book that we've done so far, just shoot me a message and I'll email you a full resolution uh, zip full of the PDFs, which have layering and everything. So even if you wanted to go in and remove all the text and write your own version of the comic, you could. You could take it and make them black and white, and then print them out, and then you'd have your own coloring book, so you can color, which a lot of people do that for therapeutic reasons these days. A lot of coloring has become quite popular for people to do. I've been watching all these videos on marketing via Amazon, and everyone says you should be doing low content, which is like journals and stuff. Would you just make a cover that's appealing, like call it my bullshit and put it up there, and then they're like, oh, I make 10 grand a month off of my low content Amazon stuff. And then some other people are like, well, just coloring books. You do coloring books. You know, I don't know. I kind of wanted to do one that was like a, a coloring book of like Donald Trump and Jesus as like buddies hanging out. Not that just as a character, just as a really scummy marketing tactic, because I bet there's a lot of people out there who would love that and then like kind of make it a little bit subversive. I don't know. I don't even know why this is in the video. I was just thinking of ways to like work over marks and get money from them, and I just don't have the stomach for it. But if I did, I bet I could do pretty well with with that kind of stuff. I think it would be cool. I mean, but I wouldn't want to do it. I don't think it would be cool. I should have had I should set up an anonymous online profile for not cool shit that I would like to do that would probably make me more money than what I'm doing now, which isn't to say that what I'm doing now is cool. What's cool is that you guys are here watching the video and that you're offering your ongoing support. And I thank you guys so much for that. I hope everything is working out for you. I hope you're getting value from the comic. I'll bend over backwards to see that you get whatever value you can. And please hit me up. Also, I'm just going to say this because if you want a hard copy of any of the books, the 200-page Pentateuch is actually going to be a little bit expensive, but with your Patreon edge and the fact that you're even watching the video, hit me up if you'd like a hard copy of one of the ebooks, because I'm going to be offering those singularly, and I will autograph it and I'll mail it to you. So you get a signed copy of your favorite book from the Pentateuch, or you can wait until later to do that. But I'm offering that now. That's a special offer from YouTube. So it's just like at you know one of those thumbnail type faces. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some soup and I'm gonna get back to work. I love you guys. Shalom, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, which will be sooner than later. Cause yeah, I'm a marketing guy. I'm marketing now. I'm marketing like crazy. I'm just marketing. I'm so marketable.